Arirang Special.
Cities. Throughout history, they have been hubs of civilization, commerce and culture, drawn by economic opportunities and the attractive qualities of life, work and play. The influx of people, businesses and resources flooding into urban areas today is unprecedented.
Projections show that by 2050, the city population will increase to 6.5 billion, which means 2/3 of humanity will be living in cities.
But as cities grow, so do the challenges that face them. Environmental damage, climate change, social conflicts, and unequal access to public goods and services. Governments around the world are working to address these issues as part of the United Nations Global Goals for the year 2030. Goal number 11 focuses on cities and communities to make them inclusive, safe, resilient, and also sustainable.
Inclusive of the elderly, the younger, women, and the disadvantaged, and safe from crimes and road traffic, and resilient from natural disasters, and sustainable.
So what are Korean cities doing to rise to the challenges? 4 cities and communities. A journey to discover how they're becoming sustainable cities of tomorrow begins now. First stop, Songdo. Songdo put itself on the map 10 years ago as a smart city, built completely from scratch on reclaimed land off the West Sea. Straight away, you see a panorama of conscious design. Gleaming high-rise buildings, state-of-the-art schools and cultural complexes surround Central Park, the centrepiece of the city. The streets are interwoven to ensure home, work and leisure facilities are all within a 15-minute walk. Another clearly visible standout characteristic of Songdo: the lack of cars even during rush hour and the ease of strolling down the wide and breezy boulevards. But wait, there's more to this city than meets the eye. A network of smart gadgets built into the streets transmit innumerable bytes of data to keep the city running smoothly around the clock.
It's very well planned and ubiquitous city, so it's a well-designed city to consider resilience and also providing better life to citizens by enhancing the public service to citizens, and that includes better utilities and better transportation, also safety and securities of there, and minimizing carbon footprint.
So what's behind Songdo's smart street facilities? I'm heading to the U-City Central Control Centre, which controls this flow of information circulating the city. All the data feeds into this centre through underground cables. A truly ubiquitous city, or U-City in short. Through surveillance cameras, the centre monitors road conditions to curb traffic violations and also direct drivers to less congested roads. Zooming in on public spaces, the centre makes sure citizens are safe and prevents accidents from occurring. Fire, disasters, crime, and much more can be detected and stopped in time by immediately reporting cases to relevant authorities. The U-City system expanded to other districts in the Greater Incheon city, ranked the safest city in the world by a research site in 2016.
2016년도 12월 기준으로 약 38개 국가에서 한 1,300여 명의 관계자가 방문을 했습니다. 벤치마킹을 하기 위해서. 그중에서 이제 이집트나 코스타리카, 미얀마, 카자흐스탄에서는 대통령도 방문을 했었습니다. 특히 이제 에콰도르에 수출을 하면서 중남미 국가에서 관심이 많고요. 그로 인해서 인천경제자유구역에 대한 위상 제고와 우리나라 기업의 해외 수주로까지 이어졌고,
smart street facilities are just the tip of the iceberg.
Residents here live in these sleek modern apartments with numerous functions literally built into the walls, adding sustainability to their day-to-day habits. I'm going to meet a foreign resident here to get a quick look around this apartment.
I am.
Tim Henkels is an administrative worker from the United States.
Good.
6 years ago, he arrived in Songdo and was so impressed by the smart home facilities in his apartment that he had to share them on YouTube. Before we enter his apartment, he unlocks the front door with his thumbprint, the first glimpse of a smart home function.
There we go. Come on in.
Tim leads us to a small flat screen in the living room.
So, when we come home, we can kind of control the whole house with this one flat screen device right here. And it's got a bunch of different features. We can, go to the room, we can control the temperature in that room, and then also turn on and off the lights. There you go.
There are other helpful gadgets around the house. A vacuum hose that can be plugged into any room.
There you go.
Meaning lugging around the actual machine is a thing of the past.
And so you can just kind of
And a pedal for the kitchen sink for water conservation.
Because you have to pay for it.
Even
This
waste
bag is a little
disposal
bit
is a
cheaper.
smart
It's a food
experience.
waste bag, and
No need to take out the trash. A small compartment on the floor gets the job done.
food waste, and it sucks it away. And off that goes to the compost. And it actually goes all the way out to this island where they process the compost. We as humans really do need to be efficient with how we build and how we use energy and how we travel. And we need to use mass transit, and we need to have simple things like separating our garbage and requiring people to pay for the amount of trash that they generate and all those things. So I think the biggest thing that how this has impacted me is just the number of people and kind of seeing the need for it.
The smart city is still a work in progress. Songdo is currently home to 100,000 people. More are expected to come when construction in the city is complete in the next few years. Taking in new city dwellers is not just a matter of providing physical space or infrastructure.
Ultimate goal of sustainable city, livable cities, and smart city, all these terms, I think is ultimately the well-being of the citizens or happiness of the citizens. But in that way, you have to reach out to larger number of population to have that condition. And also because of a lot of rising expectation from the population, young people, women, and disadvantaged people.
A sustainable city calls for inclusive governance across all sectors of society. This can be a challenge for existing urban settlements with limited resources, especially megacities with diverse demographics. But here in Seoul, there's an app for that. M-voting allows citizens to have their say on how the capital is run. Click and vote on a variety of issues, whether an outdoor skating rink should open, or even where to spend the city's annual budget. More than 180,000 citizens use the app, with the average number of votes ranging from 400 to 2,000 for each question.
To see how these votes are turning into actual policies, I'm on my way to Gwanghwamun Plaza, where a major change has taken place.
Gwanghwamun Plaza, a large public space in the heart of the city, with historical displays, monuments, and polished roadways paved with stones.
광화문 돌길이 사실 이렇게 보기에는 되게 예쁘고 그런데 아까 보셨던 저 부분처럼 이렇게 차량 이동이 많다 보니까 돌길이 파손이 금방 되고 그거에 대한 유지보수 비용이 매년 9억 원씩 발생하고 있었습니다. 그래서 많은 시민분들이 투표를 참여하셔서 건보팅으로 이제 유지보수 비용이 적게 드는 아스팔트로 좀 교체를 하자라는 의견들이 많이 있어서
실제로 투표하신 분들은 몇 명이 계세요?
투표하신 분 한 880몇 명 정도 투표를 하셨고요.
Since 2014, about 500 surveys have been posted, and 210 of them were reflected in policy making. The city is now aiming to increase the number of M-voting participants to 1 million by the year 2020. Seoul's digital governance, or e-government system, has been ranked the best in the world for 7 straight years in a survey conducted by Rutgers University. Its content, services and social engagement were highlighted in the survey.
Seoul's e-government doesn't just focus on providing inclusive services, it also encourages citizens to create societal and even economic value by using open data.
Seoul was the first city in Korea to launch an online data plaza 5 years ago. Since then, thousands of government data files have been published across major public sectors, like culture, traffic and transport.
가장 큰 차별성은 데이터라고 생각하고 있고요. 데이터의 이제 양적인 부분이 아니라 실제로 이제 실시간성으로 우리가 제공할 수 있는 데이터들이 좀 차별이 있다라고 일단 첫 번째로 봐요. 이런 것들을 하면서 대중교통에 대한 이용 현황, 뭐 유동인구 정보. 유동인구 정보는 사실 그 어떤 장사를 하기 위해서 뭔가 가게를 낸다고 할 때도 되게 좀 의미가 있는 데이터이거든요. 그래서 이제 그런 것들을 저희는 공공재라고 본 거고요.
Based on ICT technology and infrastructure provided by the city, they can develop a lot of new services for the citizen. So that is not only just administration-wide, but also economic value is there for the citizen. So that in that aspect, Seoul has been quite advanced.
Using open data, a team of university students have developed an app that allows Seoul residents to make the most of rented bicycles.
필요할 것 같아요.
Instead of simply borrowing a bike, you can plan a tour around the city based on the recommendations made by the app called 따라와, that's Follow Me in English.
이렇게 자전거를 통해서 단순히 여가 생활뿐만이 아니라 다른 어떤 관광지라든지 다양한 수단으로 더 이용할 수 있다면 자전거가 또 친환경적이잖아요. 그래서 그러한 부분에 있어서 저희 앱을 통해서 따릉이 대여서를 더 많이 이용한다면 여러 가지로 긍정적인 결과를 낳지 않을까 생각하고 있습니다.
You can select or search for an attraction, look up amenities at your destination, and find the best route to get there. The app also helps you avoid paying penalties.
10 minutes left before the end of the session.
An automatic countdown alerts you when you have to return the bike. The app was created using the Seoul City government's datasets as part of a contest hosted by the city.
사용하시기가 쉽게 이렇게 뭐 분류가 돼 있나요?
예, 그러니까 저 같은 경우는 이제 여기서 필요한 거 이렇게 주소 문자 값이라든지 뭐 거치대 수나 뭐 딱 필요한 것만 가져와 가지고 쓰면 되는 거기 때문에 데이터를 공공 데이터를 활용하는 데 있어서는 어려움이 없었어요.
As modernized cities continue to swell with new arrivals, what happens to rural areas? Only an hour and 20 minutes from Seoul lies a small town called Somegongmi that sits on the Hongcheon River. This is Korea's first eco-friendly energy town, which runs on green and self-sustaining sources of energy, shared by a lively community of residents. Before its launch in 2015, the town was actually considered one of the worst places to live in Korea. For years, it was home to facilities like manure treatment and sewage plants that saddled the area with a pungent odor.
소매공리가 아니라 정말 친환경 에너지 타운 하기 전에는 똥통마을, 똥공장 이렇게 불렸습니다. 80년대 그때는 한 100가구가 넘었다고 하더라고요. 근데 혐오 시설이 들어오고 2007년도에 그때 37가구까지 줄었습니다. 처음에 친환경 에너지 타운을 하자고 제안이 들어왔을 때 이 친환경 에너지 타운이라는 게 뭔지 몰랐었거든요. 그런데 악취를 포집해서 에너지를 만든다. 악취를 포집하면 냄새가 안 날 것이다. 이걸로 이제 하자고 했습니다.
A renovated waste processing facility overlooks the entrance to the town. The plant originally processed animal excrement collected from the town and nearby districts. Now it converts manure and food waste into biogas, a renewable and clean source of energy for homes. Around 100 tons of waste enter the facility every day. The clumps are fermented to produce methane, which is stored before it's purified to be supplied as city gas. Much of the foul-smelling odour is removed during the process. But what's even better is that villagers now have access to renewable and affordable gas, 60% cheaper than the regional average. There's enough energy to supply 600 households every day, more than enough for the 70 families that call the town home. The excess gas is sold to provide other towns with green energy. I stopped by a senior resident's nicely heated home, some much-needed respite from the blistering cold this area is famous for. When he moved to the town 13 years ago, the residents relied on propane gas, timber and off-peak electricity to heat their homes and cook meals. Mr. Kim's bills show that he's also saved hundreds of dollars on electricity over the years, as he now uses city gas for his heating.
2015년도 우리가 이 도시가스가 들어오기 전에 1월 달에는 얼마입니까?
33만 4천.
그렇죠. 도시가스 들어오고 난 이후에 2016년도 1월 달에 얼마입니까?
7만 2천 원.
그러니까 20 몇만 원씩 절감이 됐죠. 제일 지출이 많은 게 난방비야. 근데 난방비가 이렇게 뭐 확 대폭 줄어드니까 생활하기가 좋아졌지.
The villagers also benefit from other eco-friendly solutions. The new fertiliser plant takes the leftover sludge from the biogas facility and mixes it with sewage waste and sawdust. This creates mounds of fertiliser for the locals to use on their farms, and rest assured, it's completely odour-free. Absolutely nothing goes to waste. Even sewage facilities play their part, thanks to a massive solar panel installed over the grounds. The plant produces more than 340 kilowatts of energy a day, enough electricity for 112 families. The village sells the energy to the national power company for its main source of income. It's a community that is blooming again. The business brings the locals together at regular meetings, where they discuss how to invest the earnings, almost $200,000 a year. Not only does this fill their pockets, it also boosts their community spirit. Based on the town's success, the Ministry of Environment aims to expand this model to 13 cities and communities by 2019. International organisations are also taking a keen interest.
The idea is to learn from the technical innovation and also the management practices and also the financial aspects that are happening in a town like Hongcheon and see how this can be applied in a developing country context.
For tourist hotspots like Gyeongju, a sizable source of the local community's livelihood comes from the city's many attractions. Gyeongju was the capital of the Silla dynasty in Korea, one of the few kingdoms in the world that lasted 1,000 years. The remnants of its golden age, traditional hanok houses, elaborate sculptures, and magnificent Buddhist temples remain preserved to this day, making the city a museum without walls. A mere 2 hours from Seoul on the KTX bullet train, these numerous cultural assets draw in millions of tourists every year.
In recent years, however, the city has been venturing beyond its traditional tourist hotspots to develop new and sustainable attractions, and that's what I'm here to see today.
The legendary bell of King Seongdeok has been treasured by Koreans for countless generations. The bell was crafted in the late 8th century, and it's the largest extant bell in Korea, admired for its deep, empathetic chimes and the elaborate patterns on its surface. However, the bell had to be withdrawn from public ceremonies more than a decade ago, due to maintenance issues. Historians and experts recreated the bell as closely as possible, imitating the shape and the size down to the smallest detail. The replica is also made of bronze and stands around 3.7 meters high and 7 meters wide. Most importantly, the sound of the bell strikes a familiar chord, ringing at almost the same frequency as the original.
역사 문화라는 것은 정체되어 있는 것이 아니고 항상 지속 가능한 또 여러 가지 우리는 그렇게 했어야만이 관광 역사를 의미 감상하는 데 부응한다고 이렇게 생각되는 것입니다. 신라 대종은 금시대에 뛰어난 작품으로 앞으로 성덕대왕 그 신종 이상으로 후대에 물려줄 수 있는 문화 유산이 되게끔 이러한 어떤 긍지를 가지고 만드는 것입니다.
Just a 5-minute drive away lies the remains of the biggest Buddhist temple built in Shilla during the apex of the dynasty. The 9-story pagoda beside it, at 80 meters high, was the tallest building in Asia at the time, a mark of the kingdom's unity and strength. However, the entire site was burned to the ground during the Mongol invasion of Korea in the mid-13th century, leaving only a few stones remaining.
지금 내년부터는 황룡사는 워낙 큰 사찰이기 때문에 남문부터 지금 복원에 들어갑니다. 지금 한창 그 발굴을 하고 있는데 남문부터 복원을 서서히 해서 마지막에 문화재계 이런 부분에서 확실한 고증이 나오면은 구청 목탑 그리고 본당을 그렇게 복원을 해서 막 경주에 그야말로 그 관광의 랜드마크로 그렇게 해나갈 그런 계획이고요.
A stone's throw away. A cultural centre recently opened to promote the restoration efforts. The model of the 9-story pagoda immediately captures our attention. It's a tenth of the actual size, but the attention to detail is meticulous.
8년간 기간을 거쳐서 그 모든 고증과 그리고 또 우리 사료, 삼국사기, 삼국유사, 고려사 그리고 또 찰주봉기의 기록과 함께 발굴된 유물을 통하여 충분한 고증을 거쳐서 아주 그 당시의 것을 최대한 복원시킨 거라고 여겨집니다.
Key artifacts from the 40,000 relics dug up from the site are exhibited at the centre. The 찰주봉기 is one of them, a historical text that describes how the temple was built and maintained. It was an important piece of the puzzle for restoration efforts. A digital display offers a glimpse of what the view would have looked like 13 centuries ago. Rows and rows of quaint hanok houses against a serene mountainous backdrop. More than a flashback to the past, rather a vision of what could be once the site is restored to its former glory.
만져보고 느껴보는 자체는 문헌으로 보는 것과 다른 개념입니다. 그래서 우리가 고증을 통해서 복원하고 이러한 복원이 결국은 그 경주의 문화적 정체성을 더욱 확보할 수 있고 경주의 경제를 좀 활성화시키는 그런 측면에서 생각해 볼 수 있습니다. 결국은 문화유산을 잘 보존하고 또 고증을 통해서 문화유산을 복원한다는 것은 결국은 경주의 지속가능한 경제적 발전을 위해서 중요한 요건이지 않겠는가 그런 생각을 하게 됩니다.
Different cities, different aspects of sustainability. Korea's local governments are attracting greater international attention and recognition with their exemplary models of both urban and rural development.
One of the reasons is that because Korean cities are more or less decentralized, they have given more independent authority over their cities. I think that way they are specializing in developing their own specific niche of development in each city.
Empowering cities is the way forward, in the face of global challenges ahead.
If you want to attain climate stability, you need cities at the center of any solution. If you want sustainable development in the world, given how much cities attract attention as places for universities, places for science, technology and innovation, places for industry, research and development, cities really become central to that approach.
Cities in Korea, not just fixated on restoring or maintaining legacies of the past, more than just directing magnificent structures for tomorrow. Beyond merely catering to the convenience of its human dwellers today, they are at the forefront of overcoming the complexities of the urban crisis.